And we're live with another episode of Intro to Tarot, Part 7. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch Intro to Tarot, Parts 1 through 6. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual healer, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, Sorry, I saw something. I was about to say Kanyin out of the middle of nowhere. Wow, that's great. Lightworker, Starseed, Earth Angel, Mystic, Medium, Psychic, Witch, Yogi, Guru, Evangelist, North American Sybil, First Messenger, jeez. I'm all over the place. Hold on a second, let me breathe. I'm full of fire, dude. I had to even, get a cold rag and, put it on my neck. I'm kind of, all full of it. You're angry? No, I just got real heated. Overheated. My system overheated all of a sudden. I don't know. Let me breathe. Okay. Messenger of God, first child of God. I am the Lilith reincarnated. Coincidentally, I am also Kanyin, and that came out of my mouth, along with Morgan, the Kali, Isis. Those are all me, and my family from different... To understand that, you'll have to go catch another video. So... we left off on, I believe, the 9 of Pentacles, and we're going to pick up, because that's what my cards look like. Ooh, I turned to the 7. So we're going to pick up there. Anybody that's keeping up with me, go ahead and pull out your pen and paper with all your side notes so we can get to those at the end. Wow, we're starting on page 100, and that's in 101. 10 is, I'm about to tell you. The keywords are inheritance, good business, and marriage. The 10 of Pentacles shows an inheritance, generosity. Oh, I didn't give you a card. My bad. I have two different ones for those that don't know. Actually, I have multiple ones, but here's some different cards to look at. And none of mine are erotic, you weirdo. Dude, it made me watch your video again. I guess I did, to see if I overreacted. Dude, you deserve so much more than that. I'm doing so much better than I used to. That was hideous. You know who you are. Anyways, shows inheritance, generosity, and a love relationship that brings wealth and happiness. It often shows a wedding. And additional meaning is inherit property, buying a second home, or extending your current home. Again, with family support. Note that family in this context signifies those you consider family and treat as such. So this could relate to a close circle of longtime friends. This 10 also suggests maturity and financial terms. With investments maturing as well as in emotional terms, as the emotional maturity that comes with life experience. So, if you were going to put a keyword on it, it says good business and inheritance. Others consider this completion. I would say, before I say that, it's just let me pull out some other ones, because I'm seeing something in this card that's not really in it, and I don't want to paint something. I went to the 9. Okay. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Why does this go backwards? That's weird. It sure does. That's weird. Weird. A man and a woman beneath an archway. This is the traditional, right? Outer method of the oracles. This is the traditional meaning of it. A man and a woman beneath an archway, which gives entrance to a house and domain. They are accompanied by a child. And this is the happy family card, as I always say, happy family. That's what I got out of my 10 of coins on the right-hand side. Let's see. They are accompanied by a child who looks curious at 2 dogs accosting an ancient personal seatage in the foreground. The child's hand is one of them. Divinatory meaning, gains, riches, family matters, archives, extraction. The adobe of a family. The reverse is chance, fatality, loss, robbery, games of hazard, sometime gift, dowry, pension. Interesting. Well, our pentacles are all about our reality. 10 is a completion of it. So in the sense of this is, a I would call this the payback or the payout card. I mean, I hate to be ugly, but I would say this is the payout card. Because for someone like me, right? So think about this. And I'm going to read the reversal possibilities because I could be in the reverse. But for someone like me that doesn't have, you know what I mean, actual family or any of this, you know, still stepping into this energy, this is my energy. But I'm looking at it quite differently because it, in the context of this, it would say that, no, this doesn't apply to us. Right? So if you're not dating, then how could this equal a wedding and a family? If you're homeless like me, this doesn't, I mean, perhaps I'm going to inherit a property, buy a second home, extend my current home, again, with family support. I don't know. But when it takes on this note in the context of family, those you consider family or treat as such, you know, I have my soul tribe. That could be something, you know what I mean, in the sense of. But then when we drop way down here, and it talks about emotional maturity, you know what I mean? That means more sense. What does this feeling involve? What makes you feel safe and well supported? And does the answer change when money is not a factor? That's why they made me watch your video again, douchebag. You let it slip. You're a big fat liar. The question is, are you a pathological liar? Because you're like, you know, the ego is so important. The ego is so important. He's like, I'm just kidding. That's, you know, if you don't want to have an ego, then you could just strip all of your, you know, your wealth and go, you know, live in rags and, you know, fucking harvest the lands and shit. Yeah, I plan on doing that. I'm going to make a utopia here in America because some of us don't have passports to run to India. I am bringing the Eastern teachings here. I am the High Priestess. So yeah, we're doing that here in this time. And with that kind of attitude, you're not welcome, butthole. But it goes back to that. It's like, let me say this again. What makes you feel safe and well supported? And does the answer change when money is not a factor? Meaning, do you only feel safe and well supported when you have money? Good things will come. They may have already. It's time to look back at what you have done, what you have gained. And that's what we're talking about for me personally, is emotional maturity. In your words, I'm emotional mushy. I would say I'm emotionally disturbed from repressed memories, you know what I mean, of the subconscious. So in essence, but I manage them quite well, and I teach you how to manage your emotions. And in doing so, I teach you how to reprogram your mind. But going back to this, that's a great gain right there. Emotional maturity is what we're hoping to gain because truthfully, that's what this is all about. The Divine Feminine Awakening is about your emotions and learning how to harness them, learning how to allow them to be, learning that they are important and allowing each and every flavor of them to exist far before the fact that you master them. The mastering of them is allowing to go with the flow and knowing how to flow. You can't turn off your emotions, you redirect them. Right? In the sense of, you're fucking pissing me off. I'm allowed to be pissed off. I just need to redirect this in a healthy manner. Where, you know what I mean? You need to acknowledge these feelings, you know? Okay, this is turning me on. Let me redirect this, you know, my mind state. You know what I mean? This is making me, you know, this, that, and the other. This is making me jealous. This is making me insecure. These are real feelings. Why something would make you feel that way. We don't repress those. So that's what I'm talking about, the maturity of the fact is when you get to that place where you can look back and like, hey, I handled that quite well. The old me would have acted a little bit of a fool. And in this case, you know, that's really all we're striving to do right now is to allow our inner child out and let it have some, you know, freedoms, and hopefully it can mature with time. That's it, bro. That's some good shit right there. And as far as, you know what I mean, the work that I've done, it just keeps getting better and better. Oh, cool. We'll bury it. The reverse 10 reveals communication problems in families as one generation tries to dominate another. Again, I'm removed from my biological family. I don't play those family games. We're starting a new family. We stop those generational curses. Thank you very much. General attitudes towards finances may be at the heart of the problem. Ew, I'm saying you.
Who's you, Dad?
No, Russ. Him and his weird, psychotic, you know what I mean, family issues. Like, he's, you know, his love language is Apple Pay, and he loves to give his cash away. And they have some really distorted role reversal plays, and the fact that he makes all that money and is, you know, sugar daddy to all his family. A little bit twisted. This card often shows, we spoke about Bobby too, running 2 households and all of this shit. You know what I mean? Ugh. This card often shows parents who try to control their families with money. Oh, there's plenty of those. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They would help. I didn't understand it. I couldn't understand it, bro. They literally paid him to dump me in more ways than one. Like, they wouldn't help support him. They figured when he was with me, it was his responsibility to be a man, and he should have it all under control, right? So when we were struggling, he couldn't go to them and ask them for help. But as soon as he fucking broke up with me, they would get him a first-class ticket, buy him a new wardrobe, get him a car, a job, a house, whatever, bro. But not when he was in the family. It was like, it was his responsibility. They weren't going to help if he was in the family. Which is exactly like, what's the fucking compensation for this? You mean you're going to spoil me as long as I don't have to be, as long as I'm not her husband and their father? And that's how it worked. It's twisted. Yeah, put it in the freezer so it can, yeah, trust me. I forgot the word of it and whatever. It has to do with growing seeds. This card often shows a parent who tries to control their family with money. And that's what I was talking about. You know, that's the weird role reversals that Russ plays in his family. In romantic relationships, money, property issues, and the demands of family get in the way of love. There's no love. I don't even want to get into your guys' fake-ass relationships, bro. It's all a fucking condition. It's all conditions. It's a contractual, you know what I mean? It's all about what looks good on paper. Ambition takes over. Personal life comes second. Is there any happiness in your life right now? And that goes to you, Wolfman. That was your ego, dude. Your ego showed, which is your ambitions. That's what you meant to say. You should have said you should have ambitions. But you said it quite simplistic. The ego is your self of identity, your sense of identity. Lose your ego, lose yourself, and find your true self. And the true self doesn't need so much to, it doesn't need to be fed so much. It doesn't need so much stimulation to fucking exist. That's all your ambitions that lead to nothing. You're not ambitious about anything, and that's what I pointed out. If you don't have a goal, what is my goal? To build this utopia that he doesn't believe in, or thinks that only believe that is actually only limited to, you know what I mean, the temples, Sir Templetons. I plan to build that here in America. I'm gonna make America great again.
It was never great.
It was never great. It's never. We're gonna make it better than it ever was, because we're gonna destroy what it was to make something new. Who's doing that? That's all God's plan. I'm just here to bear witness in the end times. Ah! Alright, so, in the essence, this is kind of like, you know, it's a payback. It's a payout. Is what it looks like. And especially in the reverse, it's the same fucking thing. It's all talking about money and shit. This makes sense. We're all on this topic. Ugh, let's move on. You and your money issues. Alright, the Page of Pentacles. So the Page is also the Princess. And this is me. And this is Halloween. And this is brewing up that good shit. Alright. Let's see. The Page of Pentacles reveals progress and adventure, as well as an auspicious beginning. This is a time to nurture your skills and abilities. There will be good news concerning finances, business, education, and travel. This page also highlights the need for management, and in work matters, there may be an opportunity to manage people and projects. There may be a job offer or an offer made on a property. Beware, as there is a real need for attention to detail now, for diligence in all practical affairs. Double-checked all arrangements and agreements. All right, let's see here. What are some skills or abilities you could nurture at this time? I mean, I always thought tarot was my, you know, I don't memorize them. I swear to you. Everybody else has them memorized. I thought this would help, but I've done this like 3 or 4 times throughout the year. Seriously? Yeah, I usually do it. We'll walk through all of them. I'm not a regular tarot reader. I still ain't got them memorized like that. I just don't. I'm not a tarot reader like regular tarot readers. I am a fucking healer and I'm an energy healer, bro. And I use tarot to show you. It's just divination. I don't use it for what they do. I still can't get a fucking love reading out of this. I can't get shit out of this. I can get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And other than that, I don't get shit I don't already know. Every one of these cards, bro. So in essence, I mean, I guess it's good I don't remember them. I just don't. I don't know. There's too much to remember about all this bullshit. Like, I just don't. So if there was a skill or something I needed to work on, I mean, it's just basically this. You know, there's other fun, you know, things we can work on, but it's just this. And that's why, you know, I kind of enjoy tarot readers because they do something I don't do, but they don't do it properly. That means I got to get better at it to show them how to do it, and that's stupid. That's like everything in my life. Is there a way that you can relate to, what is it? What are some skills and abilities you can nurture at this time? Is there a way they can relate to finances or your work? I mean, I could get paid for this shit, but God said I can't, so it doesn't really matter. There is much, that's it too. It's like you have, it's like, I could just see it. I'm seeing that douchebag from that movie. What was the, oh, she's not here. It was the movie about she's in my Black Moon Lilith cards. She was the first black multi-millionaire. She made hair products. And the story about it, you know, her dude was just, you know, he was just a dude for what he could get out of it. And that's it too. You know what I mean? I don't need some dude in my corner. Oh, you could be charging, and oh, you know, and oh, let's tax the people, tax the people, tax the people. But I'm gonna tax that ass, bro. I'm gonna tax that ass. In the essence, if people look at me as a cash cow, because what I do is worth millions and billions and billions and billions. Yeah, you're not getting it, and neither is the government, bro. Shut up. I'm not selling my soul for a couple of coins. It's just that. Oh, I do want to point that out, though. I shared a video earlier in my shorts. Whoa, was it a nasty? It was a full moon video. Full moon energy from Lumen Moon. She's like, they're losing their mind. They're getting haunted. They're seeing your spirit guides, and they're this and they're that. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, well, I mean, I made a whole video last week about this was coming. Secondly, if you're seeing them, then you see what I see. Do you see what I see? You're not going crazy. You're seeing behind the veil. The crazy thing is that they're always there. You just happen to catch a glimpse of them. And right now, the energy's strong, so they're able to move shit. They're just fucking with you, bro. The more scared you are, the more power they have to fuck with you. Just know that. I tried to teach you all of this. I totally did. And do you know why they went to witches and shit? Do you know why they used to come to the priestess, the shamans, the seers, and the mediums, mystics? Do you know why they come to a person like me? Because we can talk to the spirits. We can invoke the spirits and petition the spirits to do work for us. And you'll have to catch that in the morning where I called God on this bitch that tried to rip me off. I was like, I am calling my spirit guides right now. I am sending Alistair, Jesus Christ Almighty, straight to your motherfucking door. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In the sense of, I'm worth millions and billions and people know it, but they just want it for themselves. And anyone that gets close to me just wants to use me for money too. Any money that comes to me goes to the people, bitches. You're fucked. That's not how this works. And I don't want your money either. You want to fucking buy me some stuff, that's fine. But your money ain't taking care of the people. This is how this works. It's a thing. I don't do this work unless it works. And that's how it works. You got to see it work. Just like God did for the freaking, you know what I mean? For his chosen people before and before and before. He has to provide it. It has to come through him and this and that and the other. And I'm just his messenger, and you don't got no fucking hands in nobody's purse because it's his purse. I'm telling you that. People think, you know what I mean, they want to get next to me so that they can make something off me. You know what you're going to get off me? The truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. And if you try to take something that isn't yours, look at Russ. Look at how it blows up in your face. Hey, I felt your energy. You're feeling sad as fuck. Dropped all 4 songs and none of them blew up. We know you dropped your best 4 songs, too. Where are you supposed to go from here? You're going to hell in a handbasket. Told you, don't change your ways. Where's hell? Here, on earth. I'll see you at the top of the mountain, bitch. There is much to learn and contemplation in your solace. While some might think you're dreaming, you're planning and growing. Where do you see yourself going? Hey, I got a download yesterday. It came out of nowhere. I was like, hey, you know what? That'd be a cool place for you to work at. Right? It just came out of nowhere. Then today, I told you I had to finish, so I had to do some more applications. Sure enough, it popped up, bro, that they were hiring. So I turned in an application. I got to do a video something with them, a video interview. I got to schedule a video interview with them and go from there. And that's what I told my kids. I saw myself working there. I think I got a job. Really? Yeah, I saw it yesterday. I mean, I wasn't looking for one. But again, I have to freaking, you know, I told you, if I need one, God's going to give me one. When I stop fucking chasing shit, he'll give it to, you know what I mean? That's just how he works. Where do you see yourself going? Oh, and then earlier we talked about on June 11th, we're going to take a freaking adventure. Am I going to go all the way to Alaska? Probably not. What's taking so long? I don't know. It's divine timing. There's stuff, it's just like everything, dude. I have books we've never read. You know, the seed gets planted, but it's deep in the ground. You got to wait till the roots, until it's ready, till it pops. You can't force it. You can't force the stars to align for the door to open, the path to show itself, for you to be ready. You just know when it is ready. Anyway, so that's that. Reverse page may be unwelcome news regarding finances or property. This card means extravagance or irresponsibility rule. You may be suffering due to someone else's selfish actions. This card can also apply to a person with a sense of entitlement who helps himself to what is yours. See what I mean? Take some notes here for future reference. And that's it. It's quite funny because, you know, when I started out like this, all these punk-ass celebrities thought that I was coming for them and their finances. That's what Russ's mom told Russ. I was coming for everything. I mean, she wasn't lying. God was going to make sure you lost everything fucking around with me. She manifested that shit by putting it in your ear. If you keep fucking with her, you're going to lose everything. Keep fucking with me, motherfucker. Keep fucking with me. Keep fucking with me. In the essence. That's what they thought. They thought that they were my cash cows. Bitch. I told them from the beginning I didn't want any of that shit, bro. I didn't come for that shit. You're not going to buy me with that shit. You're not going to throw that shit in me. I don't give a shit about that shit. And that still goes back to Lewis. I was fucking around one time. I thought about that today, Lewis. While I was in the bath. I told Lewis, I was like, Lewis, I need to borrow like some fucking straight Felicia, bro. I hit him with some Felicia shit. I was like, Lewis, I'm homeless, bro. I need your house up in the hills. I need a car, your plane, and I might need your boat. Come on, Lewis. Your twin flame, and I'll take care of it. In the sense of, I don't want to own it, and I won't tell nobody. I'm not going to take pictures of it. I just need to borrow your shit real quick. It's not like you're only one. You're never here. Come on. That car is collecting dust. If somebody doesn't turn it on and run some miles on in the sense of your plane, maybe not. They're going to know I'm in your plane. Can you paint that thing? I'm just kidding. Can't use my plane. I use my plane. Fine. Can I catch a ride? Shit. You're going my way. Life is a highway. Yeah, since I never want to know your stupid shit. Your stupid shit is stupid. I might want to look at it and push the buttons. That's about it. You're stupid. I'm not hanging out in here and taking pictures with your shit. I might take you in your closet and make you get... I told both of them. I told everyone. I was like, we're going to play dress up with you guys. That's about it. Make you take pictures and shit. Look all cool. You can save them until I'm gone and post them. Such an asshole to these guys. They love me. I love you too. Let's keep going. This is what you aren't. This is what you aren't. Marshall is. This is what you aren't. All right. Showing financial growth and good investment. The Knight of Pentacles means plans concerning property progress. With I can't say it. Interesting. Strategizing and setting a realistic goal, you will succeed. Pay attention to the practical details now. Future benefits are assured. Get through boring and routine but essential tasks in order to work. The card can indicate more money coming to you due to a raise, bonus, or promotion. But you may need to work harder in return. There's also, I don't know if God's going to make me do it, but I saw it. There's also interviews tomorrow. I was like, I don't know if he'll make me do it, but I saw it. I might go to an interview and just pick up a job tomorrow. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. I mean, I got to do this. This is due diligence. I have to be applying myself to be here. I have to be searching for a job. The problem was I was getting fucking desperate and annoyed. I was like, I don't want to keep doing this. And then it's a whole thing, dude. It doesn't look like what you think it is. An additional meaning of the night is finding a secure home, potentially with a partner. Oh, man. Like roommates? Like you have a room and I have a room? Or we share a room? That's weird. Are we going to cuddle the first night? I'm so scared about all of this. Can I put a pillow between us? Are you going to stare at me? This is so weird. God. I wake up a lot during the night. I do weird things. My daughter says sometimes I sit at the edge of the bed and just stare into space, and it creeps her out. I've never seen myself do that, but maybe. Oh, God. I do. I wake up in the middle of the night and jump in the bath and stuff. I go outside. I do weird things. I don't know about all this. Do you sleep like what about that? Do you have breathing problems? Are you one of those people that sleeps with one of those big old Darth Vader masks at night? Do you sleep in your underwear? Do you sleep naked? I've got so many weird questions. This is a lot. What time do you wake up? Do I have to be quiet? I have a lot of questions. I'm freaking myself out here. I'm freaking myself out. Okay, where's the... Oh, God. Alright. What feeling is this invoking? Fear. Alright. If you're a spender, what can you do to start curtailing your habits? If you're a saver, is there more to invest that you could be doing? I mean, I'm not a spender or a saver. This doesn't apply. Say it again. If you're a spender, what can you do to start curtailing your habits? I don't know. If you're a saver, is there more to invest that you could be doing? I mean, that's it too, is like, I'm going to need money for these adventures. And that's what I said. We need $50 a week for these adventures. So putting away money. Next thing you know, they're like, get a job. Okay. Do you tend to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get on with the task at hand? If not, what holds you back? I mean, do you drag yourself through it? Do you get yourself through it? You'd be like, I cannot do it. I mean, sometimes I can do it. The reverse knight advises you to avoid complacency and check all financial arrangements. The most negative interpretation of this card is financial mismanagement and misleading advice. Oh, God. Do you tend to dot all the I's and cross all the T's when it comes from finances? What'd you laugh about? I see people's financial ruin and I just laugh. I'm ruined. I have nothing. No. You're going to have to learn how to have a sense of identity without nothing. You're still important without all that shit. You're still loved. You're still fucking valued. You're still a good person. You still have a purpose. You're still going to have to live without all this shit. Hey, remember the fires in California? Dude, they have to keep living. Yeah, some of them had money, dude, but not everybody. Everything, all their life, they put into those beautiful homes. They have nothing to show for it. Just saying. I mean, with the weather, oof, that happens, you know, tornadoes, floods, all of you. All these people, then, you know, you spent your whole life working for the government and they fired you on a Monday. You have nothing to show for it. You're in financial ruin. It's a fun card. You're more than what your paycheck is. You're more than your bank account. You're not your house or the car or any of that. When you get stripped of it, Igor, when you get stripped of your ego, your sense of identity, which is, in essence, it's placed in the value of what you own. When you don't own anything anymore, you're going to find out who you truly are. And maybe you were never a good person to begin with. But this will be an opportunity because you're going to be humble as fuck. You're going to have to learn to be humble. And you'll learn about the street life. You know, do you know why people turn street and why there's so much rap music about the streets and why there's so many movies and so much about the streets? Because it's a sense of community and family that we didn't get at home. Real street people are all love. That's thug love, bro. It's thug love. When you're out there thugging, bro, they're going to give you love because they're thugging with you. Humble people bring in humble people, bro. It's true. You know what I mean? I go back to it. It's like when I first checked into my first hotel voucher, stay there for a couple of days and then I'd have to leave. And when I would leave, confirmation, when I'd leave the hotel, I'd see all the, the people packing up and I would always wish them well. And I was like, these are my people. We're all spread out all over Denver, wherever we are. These are our people, you know what I mean? They're no better than me. They're just like me that need a helping hand. And I would pray for them and I would do, I'd do ceremonies and stuff, There was a big part. One stay was over 45 days. We were there over a month with the same people, you know what I mean? Just the same people. When I moved in here, it was the same people. These were my peoples, bro. We found home together, you know what I mean? We came together. And they're good people. Yeah, you'll have some of those. Some of the, the addicts and the stuff. There's those. But even that, bro, they're not bad people, you know what I mean? You see your local crackhead outside the liquor store and you're going to give him $1. You know he's about to get all lit, but it's okay. You'll see him tomorrow. He ain't hurting nobody. Him and his little crack habit ain't hurting nobody. In the essence, when you get to the streets show you love. It's up there in those towers that nobody, listen to me, high tower. They're not going to be, they're not humble people. They're not kind people. They're not generous people. They're not loving people. They're not caring, forgiving, you know what I mean, or respectful. Kids run away and, you know what I mean, become gang members and become street and become hood because they find, you know what I mean, that's what that hood life is. It's because you find family. And that goes back to my old days. It's like we came together on, I grew up with killers and drug dealers, bro. Hustlers. All kinds. We all had a hustle. All of us. Crazy ones. We had that friend that could make, false IDs and shit like that. We had that friend that could make, credit cards. We had that friend that was getting those boosted phones. We had the friends that would go steal all kinds of shit from the fucking malls and then go, come sell it to us hella cheap. We had all those fucking crazy-ass friends that had hella fucking, this person sold weed, that person sold heroin, this one did, sold meth. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm dead ass, bro. We all had a hustle. We'd all come together, you know what I mean? We didn't hang out with the people we sold to. We hung out with, other hustlers. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, okay? in the essence, that's why these, that's why my boys in the hood are always hard with me, is because I was a boy in the hood. And that's what they'll tell you from, my time in that. But when you're out there, it's all love. We come together to break bread. You know what I mean? That's that barbecues. That's those backyard boogies. That's those functions, bro. That's those house parties and shit. That shit don't happen in those rich neighborhoods. And that goes back to the Titanic. Yeah, you have your lovely little, your little fancy parties up here. But you ever been to the dirty? Do you know how to get low? Yeah, here, hit this one time. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? God's going to give you real family. He's going to take you out of your towers and make you a common folk, and you're going to love the common folk. You know what I mean? You were a commoner before you came, for all this bullshit. All right, let's move on. Moving on up to the Queen of Pentacles. I love her. Who's that? I believe, actually, it's colleague. I mean, it's not the best in this one. Speaking of which, did you guys notice I pulled out all my oils? I will walk you through some of them. The Kalik oil was in my hand for quite a minute. That one in hell. I was like, oh, these are terrible places to be. All right, Queen of Pentacles. In addition to practical support, wisdom, good financial management, and financial help, the Queen of Pentacles can show marriage and money coming to a couple. It also is a card for good health and a sensual sex life and fertility. The Queen is well off, generous, and supportive. She likes the good things in life and knows how to spend money on beautiful objects, on gifts for loved ones, and herself. She's physically affectionate and hands-on in her projects. She'll lend practical help. She commonly shows up as a benefactor and reminds you to care for your body and your finances. Well, after reading that, I'm not fully all of that. I gotta be honest. I don't fully wear this one. But if we read it in this book, right? I'm gonna turn to her. I love her. I turn to her a lot. Where is she? Right here. The Queen of Pentacles is a wise woman of the earth who allows the life force to flow through her in order to teach, nurture, and sustain with compassion. Hers is the path of spiritual enlightenment through faith and abundance in the universe. She shows that caring for the environment and people around us, we nurture ourselves. Her appearance in a reading is an auspicious sign that brings well-being, security, and plenty. She has the ability to shape substances of the world in order to give birth to dreams. She likes the good things in life and knows how to spend it. Well, when you get back down to here, let's see. She's likely created a beautiful and welcoming home, probably in the countryside, since she loves nature and animals. She's perhaps a seer, a wise woman, but more likely an older teacher, mentor, healer, charity worker who can help you. She makes a loyal and trustworthy friend who always gives you sound advice. She's noble, generous, motherly, supportive, and loves to look after everyone and help where she can. Let's go back to this now. The Queen of Pentacles can show up. It also is a good card for good health, sensual sex life. Didn't catch that in there because it's talking about the crone. The Queen is well off, generous, and supportive. She likes the good things in life and knows how to spend money. I didn't see this. On beautiful objects and gifts for loved ones and herself. She's physically affectionate and hands-on in her projects. She'll lend practical help. She's commonly shows up as a benefactor. Sounds like someone's grandma. And reminds you to, until you talk about sexy time, and now it got weird again. To care for your body and finances. Let's go into the original tarot and see what they say. I'm not arguing with you to the fullest on this one. The face suggests that a dark woman whose qualities might be summoned up in an idea of greatness of the soul. She has also a serious cast of intelligence. She contemplates her symbol and may see worlds therein. Divinatory meaning, opulence. Okay, that's kind of, beauty. Generosity, magnificence, security, liberty. Reverse is evil, suspicious, suspense, fear, mistrust. Yeah, see, I didn't get that. That's why we have to, you have to dig into this. You have to dig in and find what's your truth. It's like, you know, if one person only read this book, and that's what I teach these tarot readers, that's what I got on Oscar. You've been reading one fucking card, you know, one set for 3 years since the beginning. You don't have any other visions. You're not keeping it raw or fresh. So then he brings in these erotic fantasy tarot that are turning him on with boobies on cartoons. You're so stupid. But all it is a projection of his fuckboy mentality. He is the Knight of Wands. Anyways, going on to this. How important are material possessions to you? And do you feel better when buying them or when you look at them or use them every day? Okay. I like buying stuff that I'm going to use. I don't mind buying stuff that I'm going to get use out of. I don't like buying shit for just to look at. And I tell my kids all the time, we're not buying shit just to buy shit. Like, that's why we don't buy more than 1 or 2 days worth of food. We're not buying shit just to keep in the fucking refrigerator. First off, it doesn't got room for that. You know what I mean? And that's why I didn't have extra food, because I only bought for 2 days. But in the essence, we don't just buy, you know what I mean, just to look at it, just to have it. And that's where you're hoarding shit. Well, you know, we'll have this in case of a rainy day. All right, take it easy here, Black Eyed Peas. God will be here on that rainy day too. And I'm not eating Black Eyed Peas. He better do better than that. My God does better than that. We're eating fruit. Good vegetables. Something. I'll find a cow. We'll make sacrifices. Anyways, in the sense of a chicken, something. God's good. But going back to this, it's like, you know, how important are material possessions to you? We've been talking about this all week. Nurturing is hard work. Are you taking care of others, or are you too busy taking care of yourself? Do things need rebalancing? I mean, this is a good place to be, because that's where we are, is a rebalance. During Taurus season, we're supposed to be grounding a lot. Under the full moon, we'll start shedding. Right after this day, we'll start shedding shit. And getting, you know what I mean, back to ourselves. So this is all good. Are you taking care of others, or are you too busy taking care of yourself? I feel like I've been too busy taking care of God and others. That I've been neglecting, you know what I mean, us. Putting you guys up before us. Just being honest. Reverse. When the Queen is reversed, finances can suffer. Money you relied upon doesn't roll in, or funds are misappropriated. You may have to deal with the impact of someone's financial mishap, but this is temporary. An additional meaning is your home is neglected while other concerns take over. Are you neglecting something right now while your mind is consumed with others? Well, I was neglecting my car, and that's what God made me aware of, and look at where that led me. Holy shit. But once I got it fixed, it opened up a whole nother door of possibilities. It gave me the idea of travel, which gave me the energy, which gave me the force to want, you know what I mean, to work and to do more things, you know what I mean? And the essence is not making a decision was holding me back in all areas of my life. This was holding me back, and that's why it was so pinnacle that I took care of this. It was a huge financial decision that I had to make, and you're gonna have to catch my earlier videos. It ended up with me sending God and Alistair to go get them after what they did. It's a crazy story. Under the full moon too. Are you neglecting things right now while your mind is consumed with others? Yeah, perhaps. Well, I mean, I told the kids I'm not doing laundry till they fix that fucking elevator. But if they don't fix it by tomorrow, I'm going to have to carry, like, loads, and I'm going to have to do like everyone else. I'm going to have to give into this shit. Maybe I'll only do one color. I'll just do the blacks. Because I'm black and I'm proud. Huh?
I don't own it.
Okay, then we'll do colors. It's an inside joke. It's an insider joke. Other than that, yeah, we got some appointments. That's what I have some appointments I have to reschedule, because I wasn't scheduling appointments across town because of the car situation. I didn't want to push the car situation, so got to do some stuff like that, and yeah, get back on track. All right, here we go. And it's not like I'm off track. The fucking energy, the energy will take us. We are all on track, and then all of a sudden here comes a butterfly, and we're gone for a week. The fuck were you doing? I don't know. It's a Sagittarius thing, I guess. I don't know. I was shooting my arrow. You know, God and shit. In the essence, like, where you been? On a side quest. What do you want me to tell you, bro? God, bro. Are you watching my videos? That's what it means. You're in one direction, and it means like come this way if you want to move.
One direction.
Alright, last card of the evening. Financial and property matters improve, and you enjoy success and comfort. The King of Pentacles also predicts conflict that will be resolved. In relationship, he offers security and loyalty. A visionary man with a plan. This king will work hard for reward and is usually well off. Ooh, and what? Just kidding. He is reliable and generous and offers practical support. Security is important to him, and he is happiest. He is happiest in a settled relationship. He needs to be a protector. He needs to be a protector. Wow. He has firm boundaries, and he will not tolerate those looking to take what is his. It sounds very much like you. Very much like you. Who? I don't know if the boot fits. You know who you are. Think about how you handle finances. Could you enlist the help of someone such as a financial planner for advice? What would you ask them? They're going to tell you to quit spending on so much shit to downsize. I'm dead ass. Unless you're looking for something to invest in. Come here, I'll tell you where to put your money where your mouth is. Sometimes your hard work can have a reward. Whether that's a material thing or something as simple but as needed as some space to relax. That's what I'd be needing. Write about some ways that you can enjoy what you've earned. That's what I do. I do all this so I can relax. After I get all of God's work done and everybody's done and everything, the dog doesn't need me, everybody's got, what they want, then I can just sit there. But every time I try to do that, dude, I'm needed again.
Being mother?
No, it's just that. Being mother, being goddess. It's like, you guys need me, but then, when I'm just sitting in quiet, God's talking to me about all kinds of shit. And everybody's talking to me, and it's like, just leave me alone, please. And thank you. What do you want? So, like, in essence, I'm doing this, on a Monday, it's not surprising. I push out hella Monday, on a moon day, especially, but on a Monday, I push out hella videos. Especially on a moon day. On a full moon, I push out hella videos. It's just the energy's flowing. But, this week I told him, I need a fucking break, dickhead. You're fucking blowing out my chakras. My throat hurts. Speaking of which, I was gutted to bring out my throat chakra oil. We use this. This is probably the most used oil that we've used. We use it for all kinds of shit. When they're having, coughs and colds and shit. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that in my throat. Fucking killing me. In the essence, that's where all these downloads come from, and all of it comes through is through the chakras. So I'm like, you're fucking hurting my body with this shit. Alright, let's see. The reverse king is a greedy and untrustworthy. So double check all financial agreements to ensure that there are no hidden catches. That's what happened today, dude. She was greedy and untrustworthy. Millie, did I tell you what happened? Oh, fuck, I didn't tell you what happened because you were texting me about your dance. Oh, and then I got to talk about that too, my poor daughter. Okay. So I told you I blew up at the guy, and the guy was like, well, I'm going to pay for it to be done and whatever. So then his girl, remember we went over to their house for Christmas and shit? Remember the lady that worked at the hotel?
Oh, yeah.
She sends me this, I'll show you the text messages. I posted them online. She sends me this crazy-ass text message talking about, I had no right to act like that, and I owe her $298 for the radiator and $150 for the fucking this, that, and the other, and it came out to $444. She totally lied, bro. He told me yesterday he went and got the radiator pulled. I told you the whole story on the phone, that they went to the junkyard and they got it, and I had to wait for them to replace it. So she tries to turn around today and charge me hundreds and hundreds of dollars, saying they gave me a brand new radiator and all of this shit. She went crazy, and so then I had to cast God at her. True story. First thing this morning, I'll have to show you the text messages. Oh, your dance. That was crazy. My daughter... No, because it was the same time. I was doing a video. You sent me a message about your dance, and then she sent me a message. That's all I was referring to. It was the same exact video. I was, just trying to do work and shit. But anyways, yeah, they're crazy. Debt is an interpretation of reverse king. So turn the spotlight on your finances now to limit the damage of overspending. Write about where you might be overspending. We talked about that earlier. I told you where I spend most of my money, which is takeout, stuff like that. I don't really spend. And that's why I didn't want to do this with this car, because I knew it was going to be a big spend. Well, it ended up, costing him more than it costed me, and that's what God did. And it's a crazy story. You'll have to catch that from earlier. And yesterday's video, under the Sunday energy, we were met with a teaching about money greedy, being money greedy habits. You know what I mean? You're fucking hungry. You're money hungry, and you're chasing them at all costs. That was, this whole week has been about the Pentacles and about reality. We are going into thoughts. I started those teachings today. We're going to be starting, our next level will be, let me see if it even starts there. It does. Our next teaching, we're going to be going into the swords, which is your thoughts. I did an amazing video. There it goes. 110, 111. We're going to, which is, did you see it? 11, 11, 11. Which is your thoughts, how you work them, how do you control them, how you, move them. So, everybody with your pen and paper that have been taking notes, we started the cards with, our huge life milestones. Then we went into our emotions. Then we went into reality. We are going to be talking about the swords, which is our thoughts. Okay? And then we'll end with our willpower. We'll use all of these elements and we'll put our willpower on it. And I'll teach you how to start manifesting through all this shit. Now, let's go back and get your side notes for the cards that we did. And we'll review the other ones that, the whole suit of the Pentacles for anybody new. Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble. Bow, wow, wow. All right. Ace is money, success, and new beginnings. The 2 is decision and balance. The 3 is showing your talents and collaboration. 4 of Pentacles is stability, money management. 5 is financial loss and exclusion. 6 is generosity and charity. 7, potential for success, perseverance. 8, money coming in and skills. 9, material comfort and success. For tonight's teaching, the 10 of Pentacles is inheritance, good business, and marriage. Side note from Phoenix, this is the payout card, the payback. Just put it, payout, payback. All right? Page, an offer or management. The Knight of Cups. The page is the same as Priestess for anybody that needs that side note. The Knight of Pentacles is a dependable man and trustworthy. The Queen of Pentacles is a generous woman and support. The King of Pentacles is a prosperous man and security. All right, so on Wednesday, we will be picking up the swords. Okay, that is my favorite one. I am the Queen of Swords. I got my swords over there. My sword from my Morgan, my sword, and these were actually earrings that came in a pair, and they're amazing. A little heavy on the ears, but not on the pocket. Yeah, so this was interesting, and that's it, is you need to work on your relationship to, the material world, how you view it, how you, these are hard lessons. These, obviously, the Pentacles are going to be very hard for people like them. Some of you, the Cups, your emotions are going to be really hard. Some of you, your willpower, pushing yourself to do shit you never did before or shit you don't want to do. Pushing your will on people, making yourself, willing to be, that's going to be kind of hard for you. All of those, life discords or life milestones are going to be hard. The Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Empress, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, Hermit, Temperance, Tower, the Moon, all of those are very hard. There's nothing easy about this. The tarot cards are a journey. Same as the Bible, same as the Quran, it's a spiritual journey. I take 3 of them and keep it simple. Keep it simple. So we're going to stop there, and tomorrow is Tuesday. God who gives us strength will be in a Mars energy. You'll be in your drive. You'll be taking action. Tomorrow is a day about action. You'll still be filled with the full moon energy, so you'll still have a lot of running high emotions. That's going to run for a while, bro. That Pluto retrograde, it's part of Scorpio, so you're kind of, it was just, the kickoff. It was the 10 of Pentacles. It was the payout. Hey, I love you guys. I will catch you tomorrow. What's for tomorrow? I don't know. Tomorrow, we'll see what tomorrow brings. But this is what we got for today. Laters, haters. Laters. 5511.